Hi guys, what's going on? Welcome to Rich Daddy Real Estate YouTube channel. Today I want to talk about how to sell your home. That's right, you're going to learn everything about selling your home. First of all, you can sell your home by yourself with for sale by owner. If you have some kind of sales and real estate experience, it is possible. Now, it is somewhat complicated. It's not really recommended. But if you insist on doing it, it's possible. Second, you can sell through broker, through realtor. So you have to interview at least 3 realtors that you know, or you are familiar with, and out of the 3 you pick one best to represent you to sell your home, because after all the realtor is using the same MLS system. So it doesn't matter you sell with Jenny, you sell with John, or you sell with Bob. They are using the same MLS system where realtors sharing access, sharing buyers to each other. And finally, you can also sell your home with people you already know. Now, in this example, is very much like your relative. And because you are selling to your relative cheaper than the market value, so you really don't have to let anybody know. All you have to do is go to a notary or a lawyer and then sign all the paperwork. It's done. Now, normally, if it's a simple deal, your house doesn't have any complication, notary is the best option because they charge less money. Now, if your house has complicated situation with other neighbor, with border, with right of way, sometimes you might need a lawyer because they have better advantage in dealing with laws. But in most cases, I'll say 90% of the time, a notary will be much easier and save you money. So, in most cases, it's difficult to sell with people you already know because you want to sell at higher value and market value. So most of the time, people go with realtors. Now, there are actually a few people who can do the for sale by owner. So the difficult part of for sale by owner is that there is no middleman, and it's easy to have conflict when you are the owner and with buyer you dealing each other directly, because any house, any condo, there are always some issue. Sometimes is the painting on the wall that's creating an issue. Like for one moment you want to take the painting with you, for one moment you want to give to the buyer. So that face-to-face encounter will create problem, and a lot of times small thing will trigger an explosion for the deal. And also, the best buyers, they always use realtor, because the serious buyer, they'll use realtor. The one that's going to give you higher value will use realtor. And the real estate MLS is just a very effective selling system. So when you use realtor, although you have to pay the commission, but you will end up getting higher amount of money. Now with for sale by owner, although you pay less commission or you pay no commission, you are dealing directly with buyers. Sometimes you'll end up getting less money in the end, because the buyer that come to you will be saying to you that, hey, listen, I don't have a realtor, you don't have a realtor, you need to give me lower price. And the buyer that doesn't want to use a realtor, having that cheap mentality, they say, that's what they say to you. So with for sale by owner, a lot of time you do all this hard work, you end up getting less money. So for sale by owner, it's difficult, it's a lot of headache, and you might end up getting less money. And that's another advantage of realtor, because realtor, they are professional, they are licensed. So with all the license, they have insurance. For example, there are certain things about your house that the realtor wasn't quite too sure about and gave the wrong information to the buyer. For example, the house history. The realtor sometimes don't know, right? So based on the judgment they see by the visual inspection they did, they conclude that, oh, the house is no problem. But then down the road, after the completion, buyer found out there's some problem. If you are for sale by owner, you are totally liable for the problem. And when you have a realtor, the realtor actually have insurance to cover some of the mistakes they make. And that's another advantage of using a realtor. Like when you are directly facing the buyer, there is a lot of headache. Now you can give that headache to realtor because they have insurance cover, and because you pay them good commission, it will attract a lot of realtors come in. Now on the other hand, if you are using your realtor and then you are cutting the commission, so instead of 20,000 you're supposed to give out, now you only give out 10,000, and because the commission is cut, there's going to be less realtor coming because they want to get paid the full amount, not 50%. So it's also important you keep that commission there, otherwise it will hinder the sales process, and sometimes it could mean selling for less value. And the beauty of commission is that it will attract all the people, more buyers coming to see your home. And with for sale by owner, basically there's no commission, the realtor is not motivated, and with for sale by owner, you cannot get on the MLS system. Once again, MLS system is the key. MLS system is a very effective real estate buying, selling, sharing information. And buyers use that, realtors use that. If you are serious about selling your home, that's the only way. Now, if you have a lot of real estate experience and your house is no complication and you got some free time and you understand the contract, how to remove subject, and you know how to deal with buyers, buyer can be headache. Sometimes they say buyers are liars, and it's not, you need a professional to deal with that. But it can be done for sale by owner, maybe 1 to 3% of the time. And finally, if you already have somebody you want to sell to, your relative, your aunt, your uncle, for a lower than market value, go ahead. You just go to the notary and sign all the paperwork, put down the deposit. That's it. And finally, once you have a deal, you have to decide either a notary, if it's simple, no complication case, or you might want to have a lawyer if there's some complication and potential to go to the court. So this is a quick tips on how to sell your home. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you learned just one little thing, please support me by thumb up this video. And if you don't like any of what I'm saying, you can thumb down the problem. But please tell me what's making you upset. Whatever I said is not right. Please comment below. And if you have any more questions, please ask your question. I always check all the questions. I always answer all the questions. Thank you very much. This is How to Sell Your Home by Rich Daddy Real Estate YouTube channel. We'll talk to you in my next video. Bye for now.